Hello, Geminis. My name is Akita Carrie Aurora, and this is your Divine Reminder reading. This is a new reading that I've just started doing. This is the first round of them, and these are reminders to your soul. These messages are going to nourish your soul. Well, that's the intention, to nourish your soul, to remind you of your soul purpose and your mission, and to just help you on your cosmic journey. May is a very potent month. We have the eclipse coming up this week. We have a lot of activations. We have the eclipse on Friday. We have Mercury connecting with the sun and then connecting with Jupiter. So there's just a lot of activation happening, but it's an activation of stillness. And it's an activation of connecting to our higher selves and really grounding that into the earth experience for the new path, the new cycles. We had a beautiful point along this journey, and lizard. No, beautiful lizard regeneration. We had a beautiful point along this journey, and we're at the core. We're at just a real important part of it, and I thought, yeah, it's time to give some guidance and clarity, show each sign how they're being activated, and give them, again, give your soul some reminders. Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? Your soul knows, so these are divine reminders for the Geminis. All right. And the decks that I'm using the activation deck, Gateway of Light activation, and we're literally in a Gateway of Light activation this week, right? So that's why I'm using this deck. I'm using the Cosmic Journey Oracle to give you some guidance on your soul purpose and on your mission and on your journey now, and as well as the Star Seed Oracle, because we're all star seeds, and this is going to definitely help your soul help you to get in good contact with your soul mission and get alignment. That's the word. Yeah, help you to get in alignment with your soul mission. Because, I've been saying this a lot this week. It's this whole 3-in-1 reference. I read something, watched a video about, our conscious mind, our Gemini, of course, our conscious mind, y'all know about this, our subconscious mind, and then our super conscious mind. And I said, there's a 3-in-1 and the 1-in-3, because there's so many parts of us, right? And yeah, this is coming out with the Gemini video, because Geminis are more than one. Y'all know better than anybody else how dualistic and dimensional we are, right? So let's just get into it. All right, so Geminis, these are your soul reminders, and just the way how it's been going, you can even say, well, this is a reminder from my body, this is a reminder from my spirit, this is a reminder from my soul. It's different parts of us that sometimes just need these soul reminders, right? These divine reminders. So Gemini, let's see how you're being activated. How are Geminis being activated? Send us a divine reminder for the Geminis. Divine reminders for Geminis. Thank you, Spirit. Divine reminders for Gemini. All right, Gemini. And I'm going to pull all of them out and then read them. All right. This is the Arcturian light codes. Lovely. Evolutionary downloads, recalling your powers, and future thinking. Love it, love it, love it. Because yes, we're in this contemplation week, right? So we're actually asked to be in stillness. Actually, it's gene key number 24, which is silence, right? So we're being asked to be in stillness so that we can think. And y'all like to think, Gemini, so that we can really think and put things together and then we're going to move forward, because this is also, we're also in Mercury retrograde. And a lot of people think, okay, Mercury retrograde is about stuff breaking down, but Mercury retrograde is also about just coming into stillness and slowing down and giving ourselves that pause to think. The stuff is breaking down so that you can stop and have a moment of stillness and think and meditate. I think this month is big about the earth element merging with the air element, and that's meditation. When we sit our physicality down and say, hold on, I'm going to tap into the silence. I'm going to tap into the unknown. I'm going to connect myself with the air element. All of that is meditation. And I think this May month is hugely about us finding that time to do that, to bring forth our manifestations for this month and as well as for beyond. Because remember, everything's connected. And what we do today impacts our tomorrow. Past, present, future is all now really just one, and the power is in today. The power is in right now. What I'm doing right now is impacting my tomorrow. What you're doing right now is impacting your tomorrow and your future, but now is where all the power is. So let's see your cosmic journey, Gemini. Let's see what divine reminder wants to send you for your cosmic journey. Yeah, you are a galactic star seed blooming. I love it. And guess what? The colors. Aha. Don't you just love spirit? The colors are synchronistic. I got it. All right, let's see what else comes out for you, Geminis. And this week we had, we had Beltane this week, and they said Beltane is all about like fire and being activated. The bright, actually, it means bright, the bright one, the bright fire, so a lot of activation happening. Mercury and Geminis, you guys are Mercury people, so you're going to be impacted a lot this month because of the movement of Gemini with the sun, and then Gemini with Jupiter. So that's, again, silence, but then silence to be activated and move forward, because Jupiter is all about expansion. All right, so let's get some divine reminders for the Geminis for your starseed journey as well. Divine reminders for Geminis. Divine reminders for Geminis. Divine reminders for Geminis. Let's see. Trust the timing. Yes, yes, yes. Divine timing. Trust the timing of life. No rush. No rush. Trust the timing. If it didn't happen today, it's not supposed to. If it didn't happen tomorrow, it's not supposed to. If it's happening, it's supposed to happen. Sometimes we have a hard time accepting what is happening. And we make so many excuses and resistance, and just accepting, hey, this is what showed up. All right, let's just deal with it. Let's just accept it. It is what it is. That's what comes to mind. It is what it is. All right. So Geminis, your divine reminders are letting you know, hey, you're going to be getting some downloads. And these downloads are helping you to recall your power, to come back into your power and for your future. You know what I mean? So pay attention, because this is, again, we're in this soup. We're in this soup of rising up and moving forward. So we have to allow this transformation. That it's so key, because if we're in resistance to the next best thing for us, which is kind of self-sabotaging, right? And it's like, so no, we gotta allow ourselves to be reformed, to transmute, to transform, to release, to accept. Because if we don't, we hold ourselves back. We don't get to experience the stuff that our soul is saying, but you want this. Because we're saying, nah, I'm not, so watch yourself with that, Gemini, right? You are a galactic seed blooming. Remember that. It's a process. Again, the flower starts as a seed, then grows a stem, then a little bud, and then we watch this beautiful flower open. So everything is a process, and the blooming season is May. So it's time to bloom, Geminis. It's time to bloom. So whatever it is that you need to bloom to, allow that blooming, man. Allow the blooming season to bloom you. All right. Let's get into the book. All right. And trust the timing. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of, again, allowance and trust for Gemini. Yeah. Allowance and trust. So let's see what the book has in for you. Arcturian, light codes, Arcturian energy. And I think right now the energy that we are receiving is Arcturian. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. Maybe, but anyway, do your own research, check it out. Let's see. Well, how are you being activated, Gemini? Let's find out. I think Arcturians were the builders too. They're the builders. Like they lay down the architecture. We probably are getting activated because we're in this that soup that we're in now is definitely about laying down our structure, and that's why we need these moments of stillness to kind of like feel, okay, how am I gonna, what do I need to, what you want to build, but it's how do I achieve this goal? I need to put down the blueprint. We are in a blueprint phase of our existence, our new existence. So I think so you're being activated by the Arcturian to set your plan, to make your new blueprint come into being, that type of way, and it's taking forever for me to find it in the book. Should be the first one. All right. Evolutionary downloads, recalling your power, and future thinking. I said I wasn't going to read the beginning parts, but I feel like I should. So I'm just going to read a little bit about the Arcturians. The Arcturus is a giant red star that is among the brightest stars seen from the northern hemisphere. So if you have a sky safari, or just a sky app, connect to the Arcturian energy, connect to the Arcturian star in the sky. Something that you should definitely do, Gemini. It is around 25 times larger than our sun. Ooh. And can be found just beyond the Big Dipper. Many believe that there are light beings living on a blue planet orbiting Arcturus who are in the 5th or even higher dimension. Okay. Let's just get into connecting to that energy. Imagine yourself enveloped in a golden, orange, and blue light. Then say, great blue beings of the Arcturian race, thank you for downloading into my frequency forward thinking energies that will support my evolution. So what we're doing here is just saying thank you for allowing me to move forward with my own evolutionary process. And what comes to mind? Those junk bonds. So Geminis, because we said they were our junk They told us to call them junk bonds, but they're not. There are galactic bonds. Like there are galactic genes, right? I would say junk bonds, like junk genes, but no, they are our galactic genes, right? These things that I said, oh yeah, well, they're just junk genes. Like really, we ain't no such thing as junk genes. Like we need them. Um, and they help us to move forward. So Geminis tap into the Arcturian energy. And even like if you meditate or pray, just like I want to connect to the Arcturian energy within me. You know, I melt everything down to colors, energy, and everything out there is within me. So, you know, you might not want to say the blue beings, but just say, hey, I want to connect to my Arcturian energy within my temple, within my electromagnetic field, activate my Arcturian codes. Because they said they were junk. They didn't want to go into all of this detail about who we are. So they just labeled everything junk, right? So tap into that and connect to that. Activate yourself. Because these are good. This activation is going to help you to move forward to bring what you want to bring into being. Your message is you can evolve into a greater state of being now. This begins with how you approach even the most mundane of tasks in your own little universe. Show up in ways that you've never showed up before. Instead of checking out of this planet, it's time to check in. Instead of feeling that life is happening to you, realize that you have a huge part to play. Recall your power, realize that you are part of the evolution of humanity and it's time to become the leader you were born to be. It doesn't matter if you're leading yourself or a large group. The key is to create more loving ways of doing things. Honor the ideas or thoughts that you have been having recently. If you have been hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of light, or sensing that you are being visited by beings in your sleep, know that you are receiving downloads from heaven. Arcturians are with you. That's a beautiful message. Take it all in. You'll know what it means. It's your soul message. It's the reminder for your soul mission, your soul purpose. These are divine reminders, right? So just connect with it, receive it, and allow it. Let's go into your blooming. Spirit wants you to know that you're blooming. Because again, after Taurus, we go into Gemini season, right? So all of this connects, and a lot of the energy that we are experiencing now is gonna, gonna even be stronger when we get into Gemini season. So, all right. Okay, number 17, Gemini. Number 17. Your cosmic journey message is, I am a galactic starseed blooming. The veil has been lifted to allow you to remember your galactic mission here. I am galactic starseed blooming. Our lives are born in the seeds we've planted. Seeds are designed to be abundant and adaptive. I am galactic starseed blooming. The right seeds always bloom when we provide the nourishment, sunlight, and water. I am galactic starseed blooming. This is a poem for you, right? So your cosmic catalyst, Gemini, is, what seeds have I planted that are ready to bloom? So Gemini, look at your life and say, hold on now, I've been doing some stuff. I've been working on some stuff. I need to allow these to bloom. It's blooming season. And we, as the gardeners of our garden, right, we get to actually say, hey, it's blooming season for this in my life. And it's blooming season for that in my life. All of these seeds that I've planted, we got to activate these seeds and say, hey, time to bloom this one. And also with that too, we say it, but also there's this big universal energy behind us supporting it, as well as that we have to merge ourselves into and with to weave these things together. We're moving into this whole new phase of being as human beings. We're shifting from that physicality to more of that soul, from that ego to more of our, galactic self. We're changing as human beings. So with those changes, we gotta really allow, and we have to understand that, hey, there's my idea, but there's also this bigger galactic calendar that I'm attached to that knows that's what the next message is, that divine timing of everything that really is supposed to be weaved into my personal experience of life. So, a lot of our experience, Gemini, is about, yes, knowing thyself, but also knowing the bigger picture and creating a beautiful braid, weaving. That's the essence of the braid. It's everything is weaved together. And when you weave something together, it's a stronger bond, right? It's knotted together, it's tied, right? You can loosen it out, you gotta be tied together all your life, but it helps to fortify us, all right? So weave things together, Gemini. Your cosmic checkbox. Allow yourself 3 nourishing actions today to allow your star seed to bloom. Remember, I said this is about allowance. If we don't command it and say, you know what, I allow myself this breakdown, I allow myself this build up, it ain't gonna ever happen. We have to sign on, and we have to want. We gotta want it, right? If we don't want it, it's not coming. And if we don't want it and it comes, you're gonna lose it or waste it. So want it. Know what to want as well, right? Allow yourself 3 nourishing actions, right? Because our actions must nourish our soul purpose. We have to come into alignment with ourselves to allow your star seed to bloom. Quote, should these be added to your schedule to do more regularly? So that's something that you need to ask yourself. What is it that I need to allow in order to have this full experience with life? And then you say, hey, do I need to do this once a week, once a month, once a year? And that's a big part of coming into our new avatars and our new experience, deciding what is it that I really like to do? What is it that nourishes me? And how often do I want to do this? Do I want to do this once every blue moon, or do I want to do this every day? Or do I want to do this every week? Or do I want to do this twice a month? Like literally make those decisions and guess what? You decide today, you can change your mind tomorrow. Like sometimes we are so scared to make a decision because we feel like we can't change our mind. You can change your mind. Make a decision that brings you joy now. And also, have that long-term view, because sometimes if our view is too short, it just is, again, a waste of time, right? But make those decisions. Don't be scared to make a decision that brings you a lot of joy. All right? And trust the timing. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. And time is not running out. Yeah, time is not running out. So let's look at that message. So divine timing is your divine reminder, Gemini. Trust the divine timing of your life. and allow your activation, right? Let's go into the trust the timing message. And it says, trust the wave you came in. Time is not running out. So often those who feel like they're here for a reason sense that time is running out. And they spend their life worrying that they might miss their moment. But the only way to miss your life or your moment is to spend your time worrying about missing it. So true. It's never too late to answer a calling, or you're never too old. Oh, that's so true. Listen, oh, I just said in the other video, life begins. I mean, I didn't just say it, but I said it, but I didn't make that up. Life begins at 40. I'm 3 years old. I'm a toddler just learning how to walk. And I tell myself, last year I said I was 2, now I'm 3. I'm about to go into I'm 4. Because this is all new for me. So allow yourself to be brand new and stop thinking like I gotta do this right now. Like literally, I took me a minute to get ready to do this, but I just accepted, hey, Keita, you move like a planet. And I keep on saying that. You move like a planet. You get there when you get there. I'm on my own transit. Okay. Venus takes 306, is like we do 365 days for a year. Venus takes 365 days to make one transit or something like that. Like, guess what? Every planet on its own mission. So sometimes this rush system we on, like right now, this I was listening to something, and this we getting activated by planets and these conjunctions that happened in the 1700s and in 1929. So listen, your soul is eternal. Remember that. We are eternal beings. There really isn't any rush. All there is divine timing. And I keep on reminding myself, what you don't do in this lifetime, Akita, you're going to do the next lifetime. And a lot of work that we're doing now, whether it's conscious, subconscious, or super conscious, is really preparing us for that next lifetime, because everything I'm doing now is connected to everything I ever was. So we got to remember that it's always connected. So there's no such thing as I didn't get to do what I wanted, because trust that you will and trust that you have, so we can enjoy life without thinking that we missed out on something. Sorry, back into the book. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect unison. Don't race ahead and ride a wave that was never meant for you. Oh, yeah. You'll waste your precious time and energy when instead you could be enjoying life. And just make sure you are, Gemini. Make sure you are enjoying life. Everything has a season, and you're called to trust that the one that you're on now, right? And we all are, right? But Gemini's trust wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, trust it. It serves you. And that's what we all can take, right? No matter what is happening in our life, it is serving us. It's just about, do we want this lesson? Are we ready for this lesson? It's going to help us, but like some subjects we just don't like, but we need it, right? Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb your seeds. It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something they might have missed or a possible threat. You know why? Because every time you turn on the everything they're telling you about lack of security and something to worry about in the future, and that we're not safe. So everybody that's watching this message, but this is for the Geminis, but remember how safe we are, and that there is this real energy out there that really just wants to convince you that you're not safe, that your world is threatened, and that you need their protection. Well, fool me once, come on. Fool me twice, fool me 3 times, well, right? So you got to remember how protected we are, whom protects us, and who to trust. Remember, so um, don't fall into the trap of time's too short. I need to worry about something, and there's no safe place. Nah, we are all bigger than that. And Geminis, you're smarter than that too. Allow Mercury to, as we go into Mercury and that Jupiter conjunction, allow that to expand you and feel safe in that expansion, right? It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something they might have missed or a possible threat. Keeping our mind and body pointed in the same direction as our soul is near impossible at such reactive speeds. Right now, you're being reminded to take a breath and trust the wave you came in on, to trust the season you're in. Time isn't running out. There's plenty of time. There's no rush, and it's never too late. Gemini, your starseed soul inquiry is: how can you trust the timing of your life a little more? I told y'all this was going to be divine timing. These are divine reminders for your soul, Gemini. So, as we go through this contemplative month, right? This month is Taurus. This is Taurus energy. This is Earth energy, but it's also the element of air, the Gemini energy, right? But let's connect that. Let's connect that in meditation. Let's connect our air and our earth element as we meditate and we slow down and realize that there is no rush. It's really just for me to see the divine timing of everything that's happening in my life. And as I connect with that divine timing, that blooming of myself, and that Arcturian light, that builder within me, I am able to have less anxiety, have less stress, feel safer on my journey, slow it down, and just realize that there is no rush. There's only divine timing, all right? And there's only my blooming, because we're always blooming. Reality is we're always blooming. Even when we're wither, it's part of our blooming. It's just the cycle of life. It's the winter, so the withering and the winter helps us to bloom in the spring, so we're always moving towards our next blooming. But I think Gemini sometimes have a problem with that withering. All right, and you're not the only ones, right? Gemini is not a fixed sign, though. Gemini is an air sign, so we have to be comfortable with the flow, the winds, the changes in the winds. The air element is a windy element, and as an air sign, we got to be able to fly and be adaptive to the changes in our lives and the changes that bring forth our evolution and understand that our evolution has a divine timing to it, and that we can trust it because it's built within our body, our galactic genes. We need to cancel, since we in cancel culture, we need to cancel that word junk genes and change it to our galactic genes, because that's really what we tapping into and activating now. All right, this is your message. This is your divine reminder, Gemini. Bloom, divine timing, trust it. I hope you enjoyed this message. My name is Akita Akari Aurora. Have a wonderful blooming season, Gemini. Bye.